no protocol for what's about to happen. The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers. You know who's on those flight logs. You do. You know who should be arrested. You all do. You know that laptop from hell is real. You know that the black book is real. You know Ghislaine Maxwell's customers are who everybody is watching in the everyday news, including those who you drop your kids off with every day. Your schools, your doctors, big banks, Chase Bank, Bank of America. There is a lot of people that are attached because this goes very deep. I told y'all this is a spider web that is tangled and tangled and tangled and woven intricately. I am telling you right now that once one goes, it's going to pull on a big string. That arrest is coming.
Hollywood's on fire, and Ally Carter's spilling secrets. That'll make your jaw drop, because she's claiming that these fires are not as random as they might seem, because she's claiming that the fires are allegedly a calculated move by some powerful people to hide some seriously shady stuff relating to the whole Diddy Jay-Z situation. Ally is dropping bombs about underground tunnels, trafficking rings, and cover-ups. That'll leave you shook. Our listeners running scared from something we don't know about. She has been trying to warn us about this for a hot minute, but everyone called her crazy. But now that her predictions are starting to come true, well, fans are giving the situation the side eye, and it's not pretty well. Ally is now spilling some crazy tea about the burning evidence, and y'all might want to sit tight for this, because this is about to be a hot mess. Ally Carter isn't another Hollywood starlet looking for fame. Ally's story is way more intense. She's a former foster kid who's now exposing some seriously dark Hollywood secrets, and let me tell you, she's not holding back. Ally's been dropping bombshells about the rich and famous for years, but a lot of people just laughed her off. Well, they're not laughing anymore. Some A-listers are shaking in their designer boots right now. Growing up in the foster care system, Ally saw firsthand how it fails kids. She bounced from home to home, never feeling safe or loved. Ally has been talking about human, and she's naming names, big names. She claims she's seen things that'll make your jaw hit the floor. Secret tunnels under law hidden from the public eye. What goes on down there? It's enough to give you nightmares, in her own words. Ally said, I was locked in containers with his shipment of kids. There were babies that were 6 years old, and I'll never forget them just crying. Nobody knew whether or not to move.
Me in containers with his shipment of kids. There were kids in there that didn't speak English. There were kids that were sick and that were already dying. There were babies. There were babies that were 6 years old, and I'll never forget them just crying, and everybody was just staring at them. Everybody was just staring at each other. Nobody knew whether or not to move. I was freaked out. And I got up and I held her. And they opened the truck and they took her from me. Because they said she was already sick. And they killed her. Her name was Bailey. There were kids in there from Africa, from Mexico, and there was a bunch of trucks. And they divvied everybody out like retail. One person, she wouldn't stop crying. So they said that they would just send her off to somebody who was already sick, that had AIDS, that was gonna die soon, because she wouldn't shut up.
At first, people thought she was making things up. But here's the thing, Ally says she's got proof, documents, photos, the whole 9 yards. She's been hinting at releasing this evidence, and Hollywood's elite are on edge. Why believe Ally now? Well, her predictions are starting to come true, remember. Those massive fires that swept through law, Ally called it. She said the big shots would try to destroy evidence, and suddenly half of law was up in flames. Coincidence? Maybe. But it's got people talking. Ally's not afraid to go after the biggest names in the biz, either. She's even called out Diddy and so many other powerful people. People are starting to listen. And with the recent law fires, well, let's just say that things are about to get messy. A couple of months ago, Ally predicted the LA fire, saying that some big shots were going to try to cover their tracks with a massive fire. And now it's looking like she might have been onto something. L has been hit with some of the nastiest fires in years. Celebs are losing their mansions. Over 130,000 people had to evacuate, and more than 2,000 buildings turned to ash. It's like Mother Nature's throwing the ultimate tantrum, and now the whole city's smoky mess. But here's the thing, Ally's saying this ain't some freak accident. She's convinced it's all part of a crazy plan to burn the evidence, and she's not holding back with the details. According to Ally, these fires are hitting specific spots: celeb houses, hospitals, and even amusement parks. She's saying all these places are connected to her wild allegations. Now here's where it gets interesting. Ally's dropping hints about these fires for months. Back in October, she posted a video warning everyone about upcoming fires and explosions. She said they'd be used as cover-ups for all the stuff she's been talking about. And now that it's happening, people are freaking out.
There's no protocol for what's about to happen. The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers. You know who's on those flight logs. You do. You know who should be arrested. You all do. You know that that laptop from hell is real. You know that the black book is real. You know Ghislaine Maxwell's customers are who everybody is watching in the everyday news, including those who you drop your kids off with every day. Your schools, your doctors, big banks, Chase Bank, Bank of America. There is a lot of people that are attached because this goes very deep. I told y'all this is a spider web that is tangled and tangled and tangled and woven intricately. I am telling you right now that once one goes, it's going to pull on a big string. That arrest is coming.
But wait, there's more. Ally is also talking about underground tunnels. She's saying these secret passageways are like a spider web under law, connecting CB homes, the Getty Museum, and other elite spots. Picture dark winding corridors hidden from view where shady deals go down. Wild, right? Ally's not backing down. She's saying the big wigs are running scared and trying to burn all the evidence that could expose them. It's like they're playing a high-stakes game of hide and seek. But instead of hiding, they're just setting everything on fire. We're talking serious inferno action here. Over 7,500 firefighters are out there battling the flames, risking their lives. While the air quality's gone to hell, the whole city's turned into one giant barbecue. And not the good kind. But here's the kicker. Ally claims she's got proof that was supposed to come out right when these fires started. Talk about timing, huh? It's like the universe decided to throw a massive plot twist into this already crazy story. Is Ally onto something big? Or is this all just smoking mirrors? Either way, law is burning, and everyone's wondering what's really going down in the City of Angels, Chile. Ally Carter's got Hollywood shaking in there. Designer boots. She's sitting on a mountain of evidence that's about to blow the lid off Hollywood's darkest secrets. We're not talking about your average celeb scandal here. This is next level stuff that could change everything we thought we knew about our favorite stars. Al's been playing detective for years, and she's got the goods to prove it. We're talking stacks of documents, secret photos, and even video footage that'll make your jaw hit the floor. But here's where it gets wild. Ally's saying all this proof points to a massive ring right in the heart of Hollywood. She's not just talking about some back alley deals, nope. She's pointing fingers at secret rooms and celebrity mansions, those gorgeous houses you drool over on TV. Ally's saying some of them are hiding some seriously dark secrets. That's not all, cuz Ally's got names, big names. We're talking about people you see on your screen every single day. Picture this: you're watching your favorite show, and suddenly you're wondering if that charming actor is actually involved in something this twisted. Now, let's talk about these underground tunnels. Ally saying she's seen kids being moved through them with her own eyes. In one of her videos, she spilled some major There are underground tunnels that are under the schools. They exist everywhere. They lead to amusement parks. They lead to hospitals, cemeteries, schools, celebrity homes. It's like a whole underground city of horrors.
Tunnels that are under the schools, elementary, junior, and high schools all over the place. They exist everywhere. They lead to amusement parks. They lead to hospitals, cemeteries, schools, celebrity homes, psychic shops. They lead everywhere. Yes, there's every means of transportation. There's every walk of life. There's cities. There's different air supply.
But it doesn't stop there. Ally's pointing fingers at hospitals, cops, and even judges. She's saying the whole system is rotten to the core. And get this, she claims she's got the receipts to prove it, financial records that could bring down some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Here's the kicker: some of this bombshell evidence was supposed to come out in court. And wouldn't you know it, that's right when the fire started. Coincidence? Ally doesn't think so. She's saying these fires aren't just destroying homes, they're burning up. The proof that could bring this whole house of cards tumbling down. Y'all, we're about to dive into some seriously messed up stuff. Did you know that over 18,500 kids were reported as possible victims of in 2016 alone? That's according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And Ally Carter is not just pointing fingers at Hollywood big shots anymore. She's taking aim at the very system that's supposed to protect kids. Yeah, you heard that right, Child Protective Services allegedly. Now Ally's no stranger to the foster care system. She's been there, done that. And let me tell you, what she's seen ain't pretty. But this goes way beyond your run-of-the-mill neglect. We're talking about a system that's not just failing kids, but actively throwing them to the wolves. But it gets worse, folks. Ally's talking about kids straight up vanishing from the system. One day they're there, the next they are gone without a trace. And the worst part is that nobody is even looking for them. It's like these kids are just numbers on a page, not real human beings with hopes and dreams. Ally is also claiming that some CPS workers are in on the whole thing. She's talking bribes, falsified reports, the whole 9 yards. These are the people who are supposed to be the last line of defense for these kids. And instead, they're cashing in on their suffering. But it's not just a few bad apples spoiling the bunch. Ally saying the entire system is rotten to the core. It's like a pipeline designed to keep vulnerable kids trapped in a cycle of an exploitation. And the people at the top, they're making sure that the pipeline stays nice and full. Ally's not stopping at nameless faces. Either she's got a list and she's checking it twice. Judges, social workers, even politicians. No one's safe from her accusations. These are people with power, people we trust to make decisions that affect kids' lives. And according to Ally, they're using that power to line their own pockets and feed this sick system. Remember those fires? We talked about the ones Ally predicted. Well, Ally's saying that some of the evidence that went up in smoke wasn't just random celeb secrets. We're talking CPS records, folks, documents that could have blown this whole thing wide open, reduced to ashes. Now experts are split on Ally's claims. Some child welfare advocates say the system's flaws could allow mistreatment to go undetected. Others argue her accusations are too extreme. But one thing's for sure, Ally's revelations are raising eyebrows and sparking heated debates about how we protect our most vulnerable kids. For years, Ally's been screaming about Hollywood's dark side, but nobody was listening. It was like she was shouting at a brick wall. But now the tables have turned, and Ally's got the whole internet hanging on her every word. But here's the kicker: Ally's not changing her tune. She's been singing the same song for years, even when nobody wanted to hear it. It's like she's been stuck on repeat, but now everyone's finally tuning in. And that consistency, it's making people sit up and take notice. Word on the street is Ally's not alone anymore. Other survivors are stepping up, backing her claims. It's like a whole army of whistleblowers is coming out of the woodwork. And let me tell you, their stories are making Ally's allegations look less like a Hollywood script and more like a real-life horror movie. Those law fires have got people asking some seriously hot questions. Suddenly, Ally's wild tales about underground tunnels and secret rooms don't seem so far-fetched. It's like the smoke's clearing. But instead of answers, we're just finding more questions. And get this, Ally's got a growing fan club. But we're not talking about your typical stan army. These are regular folks turning into amateur detectives. They're digging deep, connecting dots, and spreading Ally's message like wildfire. But here's where it gets real, folks. Ally's not backing down, even with the heat turned up in one of her recent videos she spilled. I've been screaming for years. So now if you see me over here trying to live a normal life and tying up loose ends, just mind your business or don't. And her supporters are now louder than ever. Comments are blowing up fast with people praising Ally's guts and determination. It's like everyone's suddenly woken up and realized they've been sleeping on a bombshell, unfortunately. Making all these revelations has put Ally in severe danger. Ally's not just exposing celebs, she's dodging bullets. Our girl got some seriously scary stuff going down. We're talking death threats, mysterious cars following her, and even attempts to hack her accounts. But get this, Ally's got a secret weapon. She set up what insiders call a dead man switch. If anything happens to her, all her evidence gets released. But our girl's not putting all her chips on one number. Nope. She's got a backup plan. Some of her evidence is stashed with trusted friends, according to her. It's her insurance policy. Here's where it gets real. Ally's not just worried about herself. She's scared for others. Survivors speaking out too. The pressure is intense. It's not just her story anymore. It's about all the people who've been through similar stuff, despite the danger. Ally standing her ground. She says the truth is worth it, no matter the cost. It's like she's on a mission from the gossip gods themselves. Nothing's going to stop her from exposing what's really going down in C-band. But let's be real, Ally's playing with fire. This isn't just about likes and shares anymore. It's life or death stuff. Here's the kicker. More and more people are starting to listen to Ally. They're connecting the dots, seeing how her revelations line up with real events. It's like the whole world is finally waking up to what she's been saying all along. You got to wonder, though, how far is too far? Ally's taking on the whole system, and that system ain't happy. She's not just facing angry tweets. We talking real deal threats. Can you imagine living your life always looking over your shoulder? But maybe that's the point. Maybe Ally's trying to burn the whole system down. She's drawing parallels between herself and other whistleblowers who face serious heat for their revelations. Ally's not backing down. She's calling for investigations, and not just into the celebs she's been naming and shaming. She wants the whole system put under the microscope. However, the media seems unsure of how to play this. Some are digging deep, trying to uncover every dirty little secret, and others are doing everything they can to make Ally look like she's lost her marbles. Ally's supporters are not messing around. They're organizing protests, demanding answers, and making sure their voices are heard. Now, here's where things get really juicy. Experts are saying this whole mess could lead to some major changes in Hollywood. We're talking about a complete overhaul of how the industry deals with and TRA. But let's not kid ourselves. This isn't going to be a quick fix. We're talking about years of secrets, cover-ups, and shady deals. It's going to take more than a few viral videos and some angry tweets to clean up this mess. This might be an insane story, but I want to know how you guys feel about Ally Carter's revelations. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Then check out this next video.